Ever hear Sumeru music playing in Inazuma? Me neither. But it's a nice change of pace. What's up, YouTube? My name is Boy. Welcome back to Genshin Impact. Well, actually, welcome back to more of it. I know it's been like 2 weeks since my last big upload, or it's like a little while since the last big one, and just been having too much fun with the 4.4 update, and I've also been dealing with a lot of real life stuff, going into other things and playing some Soul Calibur recently. I've been back on that grind, trying to level up my Cassandra, and I tried to roll for Nahida, but she didn't come home. Oh well, it is what it is. That just gives me an excuse to save up Primo Gems and Baits for Yelan when her banner gets rerun again. Anyways, what we are going to do is we are going to finish the quest on Tsurumi Island. Because to be quite frank with you, I'm tired of seeing this dang fog. Kama, we need to speak with you. Hello, Kama, old friend. Let's have a chat. What's the matter? We ran into some very concerning things on Tsurumi Island. Your point being? We'd like to know what your relationship with the island is. That's none of your business. Oh, come on, man. Don't leave us hanging. You've already helped Lady Sumida find the Mashiro, so there's no need for any further association between us. Yikes, how cold. Miss Sumida's commission isn't over yet. She wanted us to continue investigating Tsurumi Island. Alright, I understand. Huh? And now he's so willing all of a sudden. Kama is my family's, just consider it my clan's name. Our ancestor was from Tsurumi Island. What? Why didn't Miss Sumida tell us any of that? I'm guessing she doesn't know either. That's because I never told her. But why? Because she never asked. If she asked, I would have told her, but since she hasn't, I'm simply her boatman. I mean, I guess that's fair. I follow her to Yashiori Island to gather reference material. I smuggle snacks from Liyue, I listen to her read books. I think this is a good deal. So then, about Tsurumi Island. My ancestor could not stomach what was happening on Tsurumi Island, and left. So he built a small boat and followed the path of the so-called Thunderbird. He went to Seirai Island, and what happened after that? My ancestors lived on Seirai Island for a long time. Sometime later, the Thunderbird destroyed Tsurumi Island, and even later on, it was killed on Seirai. The island became nigh uninhabitable then, so we migrated to Kanazuka. Koseki Village and Asase Shrine. Asase Shrine was constructed to suppress the Thunderbird's power, or so I heard, while Koseki Village was built to house those who had relocated to Seirai to make offerings at the shrine. Our family was lucky enough to survive these various catastrophes, and so we began working in Tatarasuna. Afterward, having despaired of the way in which the then inspector acted, my ancestors resigned and moved to Narukami Island. Previously, we even made a tidy sum of mora in Rito doing business. But by the time it came to my father's generation, we had little to our name but a pile of debts. You really remember history very clearly. Well, guess I really can't blame the man after having gone through all of that. Each generation of our family... Hang on a second. We'll tell our story to the one that follows. We have a strong oral tradition. Don't take that out of context. It is said that this was due to our earliest ancestor claiming that he had given up everything, save for the reason he had left in the first place. Before my father passed on, he claimed that we were the last scions of people of Tsurumi Island. Excuse me, sorry about that. Although that hardly counts for much. We were no illustrious clan, like one might consider the Hiragi or Kamisato to be. The only thing he left to me was a single small boat. Why did your ancestor leave Tsurumi Island? We hold that it is because the Thunderbird showed favor to a certain child, which the priests then decided to sacrifice to it. Are they talking about that boy, Rue? Our ancestor could not accept such a thing, so he left. He originally wanted to take the child with him, but it seems that the other parties stayed of their own accord. That must have been really hard for him. So the unnatural occurrences on the island. They must be the result of very large-scale ley line disorder. It is said that the sound of Tsurumi Island being destroyed could be heard all the way from Seirai. Why does that remind me of Krakatoa, whose eruption was so loud it could be heard from hundreds of miles away? Why does it remind me of that? Was the Thunderbird really that powerful? Considering that it could reduce Seirai Island to such a state, I'm afraid it is that powerful, Paimon. My father did take me to Tsurumi once, to see where it all began. Apparitions of the past would appear amidst the sea of fog, illusions replaying past events, namely the final ceremony held on the island, albeit one in which the flow of time is all wrong. The Thunderbird then destroyed Tsurumi Island, resulting in a great storm, and then it started all over again, so it's locked in a time loop. So that's the reason why those people didn't take any notice of us at all. Because they were all illusions of the past. Yeah, I'm gonna go with kind of frightening, to be honest. It's a little scary. There's no meaning in speaking to the islanders. They are simply shadows created by the ley line disorders. However, there is one exception, which is the child who was the offering to the Thunderbird. I believe this to be the Rue you spoke of, so it is. But that means we gotta save him. I wouldn't worry about this. They are all ultimately illusions created by the ley lines. No wonder the Mashiro disappears. So the whole ghost Mashiro thing Miss Sumida talked about was true. But never mind all that. Paimon thinks we should at least try to help Rue. Even if he is an illusion, he's still Paimon's friend. Well, it doesn't matter to me either way. I have no love for Tsurumi Island, nor do I have any for my father's talk of bloodline and history. If I were Lady Sumida, I would say something like, if the cycle of the Sea of Fog can be broken, then that history may also be ended. It would sell well for sure, and it would make a good story. Very funny. But you didn't laugh. Really? I did in fact find it quite interesting. Well, sure. Either way, thanks for telling us all this stuff, Kama. Lady Sumida commissioned you. I've said enough, I believe. Well, that was a pretty big history lesson. And one of the scariest I've heard so far. Yeah, that was Rolled. I'll talk to him later. As long as we go through this gate, we're good. And we gotta clear out the fog a third time. Ah. Yep. So we just follow the path. Like always. Ryu's not here. Maybe he's deeper inside. We need to find him and quick. If not, the islanders are going to sacrifice him to the Thunderbird, according to what Kama said. Yeah, Paimon knows that all the things happening here are illusions that constantly repeat themselves. But if that's the case, doesn't that mean that Ryu's been sacrificed to the Thunderbird Archon only knows how many times? That's just too sad. We've got to help him no matter what. You're right. Let's do this. So if my guess is correct, much like the first time I did this, I gotta do these little puzzles to clear them out the fog, and then open them up again. I'm probably not going to include that because I already showed it to you the first time, so I'll just skip ahead when I've done that. Or when I've caught up to that point. But first,
with sword comes shadow. Motion to compel.
Let's get this chest.
Huh. Let's appraise the value on this.
And I'm probably gonna just, you know, speed this part up and skip straight ahead to when I get to the next part of the quest. Which is gonna be, I don't know when. Maybe in the next couple minutes or so. I don't know. Am I supposed to go over here? Yep. No, wait. It was an illusion, wasn't it? Isn't Ryu lucky? Don't be silly. Sorry. And the fact that I'm the only one doing work over here makes it worse. That's Ippei and Makiri. Looks like they're making offerings to the perch. Ooh, Paimon has an idea. What's your thought? They said that the perchers are key to the ceremony, and so people need to make offerings there and protect them. Well, the ceremony won't be able to continue if we destroy the perches, right? But they're illusions of the past. Well, even if that's so, don't you think it's worth a shot? Since these islanders love their Thunderbird and perches and stuff so much, let's just give wrecking them a go. They said that these perches contain the Thunderbird's power, right? Maybe they'll react if we blow them away.
Incinerate.
So we actually gotta destroy them now?
Born of ice and frost.
Okay.
Motion to compel.
not getting me. Now, was it 3 or 4 that showed up? Looks like I gotta destroy at least one more.
Next on the agenda.
Hang on a second. Let me get Amber in here. All right, Amber.
Amber, reporting.
Your time to shine. Rift Hounds.
Time for your arraignment. Let it rain. Let's dance.
Yeah, these guys suck. Ah. All right, back to it. But first, let me get these white iron chunks because I need them. Also need these.
Nowhere to hide. Incinerate.
That is the first perch destroyed. It works! It really works! Come on, let's go to the nest. Alright. Probably do short clips because I have no idea how long this is gonna take. Montage time! is all 4 shrines. Purchase, excuse me. Well, let's just hope so, huh? We've got no clue where Rue is. Well, if we want to be sure that we've disrupted the ceremony, we should go to the ceremonial site. That's right. Rue always wanted us to take part in that ceremony. Let's hope it doesn't end the same way this time. Here we are. Oh, this is different. Yikes, that's scary. That was close. We barely managed to get out. So this is the storm that Kama talked about. It could have been a result of us destroying the purchase. That's true. They did have power in them after all. Uh-oh, if it's storming out there, Rue might be in danger. I'm not sure we'll be able to find him. It'll be hard, yeah, but we should go check on him anyway. Well, let's double back and see if we can find him then. And this time we don't have to worry about the dang fog. Rue, you're all right. Traveler, Paimon. Why did you do this? Eh? I thought that the two of you were good, strong people. And that you'd be different from the others. You came back to look for me, listened to everything I said. I thought that the ceremony would go well this time, but... we want to stop the ceremony. That way you'll be safe. We're just trying to help. But you're not helping. Back then, something happened. Something went wrong. Things were going so well. But then I woke up. I found that the island had become like this. Everyone was weird. No one could see me. No one could hear me. Then after a while, a storm would start. And it would be super scary. At these times, only Wakakao, Oina, and Aotake wouldn't be struck by lightning. I'd hide there and wait for the storm to end. But once the thunder stopped, everything would repeat all over again. I would wake up, and everyone would be doing the same things. Carpathia's missing, too. I couldn't find her, not even on Mount Kana. The ceremony must have gone wrong. We must have made her angry. That's why I prepared another ceremony, and another, but it always ends the same. That's why I had the idea of bringing in people from the outside. I thought that you were my friends, and that you'd help me. Actually, hold on a moment. Who is Carpathia anyway? She's the Thunderbird, isn't she? That's right. That's what they call her. She's our guardian deity. If the ceremony goes smoothly, Carpathia will be pleased. That way, everyone will be happy. In the past, Carpathia paid no attention to the people who were offered to her. But I'm different. That's why I have to make sure that the ceremony goes well. That way, everyone can go back to normal and live their lives again. Big Brother Ippei and Big Sister Makiri will get married, and Kina and Kita will grow up and become great adventurers. And once things are better here, Big Sister Sayo will come back. Big Brother Kama, too. And Dad will no longer have to be afraid of Carpathia's wrathful lightning. And everyone would realize that the outside world isn't a bad place. Because there are good people like you in it. So why? Why did you ruin the ceremony? Because this isn't right. That's not true. This is right. Don't come back here again. There's going to be another storm. It's going to be super scary. Just go already. I don't want to see you ever again. No use staying here. Let's go and report back to Miss Sumida. You're right. Let's go. Sumida, your attention, now! Ah, it's you two. Have there been any new developments? I've got it. Now, let's break this down simply. According to your plot, the flow of time in Tsurumi Island does not match that of the outside world. If it were me, I certainly would, as you have, ascribe this to a special ley line disorder. I doubt that such a ley line disorder could occur naturally, so let's just say it fell from the skies? Maybe it was a fragment of Celestia or something. Which then mixed together with the lightning storms created by the Thunderbird to create these phenomena. And I'd give this plot a 4 out of 10. Maybe. It's usable, but it's hard to execute. There should be a more elegant way of writing this. What do you mean when you say plot, anyway? Oh, don't worry about it. It's nothing of particular note. So if we want to push the story forward, we need a few more plot points in play. For example, the Tsurumi tragedy was born from a misunderstanding. That's what I'd write anyway. For example, the priests and Rue might have taken the Thunderbird's favor upon Rue as a sign that it wanted him as a sacrifice, but in truth, the Thunderbird might have just liked him in particular. I suppose the resolution to such a plotline would simply be to find a way to convey Rue's feelings to the Thunderbird. Would that really work? Well, I can't say for sure, but I don't think there's any problem with this progression, per se. I remember a very popular series that ran for at least a few dozen volumes with this plot as the basis for its story. You just need to find some ways to continuously insert various happenings that pose obstacles to the misunderstanding's resolution and allow it to fester. Why, that book. Could we get back on topic, please? Oh, right. Sorry. But according to the developments you've mentioned, since the Thunderbird was vanquished on Seirai Island and Rue himself is but a shade of the past, then you can only avert this catastrophe via some mystical means. This is really quite hard to write. There are so many things that would be hard to explain. Unacceptable. The Chronicles of the Sea and Fog, working title, can't be that sort of story. Do you have any ideas, Traveler? Mind if we say something about Kama for a moment? Oh, you've seen him around then. Wait, what? Kama is a descendant of Tsurumi Island's natives? Let's go look for him right now. This is a heck of a story, man. So many things going on at once. It is as the Traveler says. I am a descendant of the Tsurumi Island natives. Why didn't you tell me that earlier? All those times I got you to send those people there. You never asked, Lady Sumida. Oh, that's just how you are, but... Nor will telling Tsurumi's story edify anyone. My father clung to that story till his dying day. From the time I was young, he would often take me there. It's a gloomy place, one filled with nothing but terrible memories. But had you asked me, Lady Sumida, I would have told you. You should have a bit more faith in him. Kama's a really reliable guy. You're right. If I'd been more willing to ask for his opinion and trusted him more, I wouldn't have had to do this in such a roundabout fashion. I'm sorry, Kama. It's alright. Well then, as a remnant of Tsurumi Island, what do you think of this? The last scion of Tsurumi returns to his desolate homeland, only to be caught up in the twisted weft of time. Simply put, you hear the call of your ancestors and head into the mists of Tsurumi Island. Following the sound of the Mashiro, You traverse the fog only to realize as you approach the site of that millennia-old ceremony that you've become the same ancestor who bore your name all those years ago. There you experience the island's final day, until violet lightning and roaring thunder rend the skies. Then you awake, only to have the same day begin again. Well, what do you think? Is this plot, this novel, is amazing, grand prize worthy? Will this really work? It's not that impressive. I get it. You probably greatly value Tsurumi's history, so it's no surprise that you might be offended by my fictional appropriations. So how about this then? I'm not talking about that. Tsurumi's history doesn't matter that much to me. I just feel that this plot doesn't grab me as much as the Tokiali Tales or Kino's Travels that you read to me before. Nor does it quite flow as freely as the three young nobles. That was blunt of you. Sorry. No, don't apologize at moments like this. That just feels even more hurtful to me as a writer. Sorry, I shouldn't have apologized. This is so annoying. But most annoying of all is the fact that I can't refute your critique. Don't give up, Miss Sumida. You just need to write something that Kama will find interesting. Yes, I know. I'll do that. Kama's heard a lot of stories after all. If he finds them interesting, I'm sure my editor will too. Paimon's the same. Paimon was just thinking. Paimon's never giving up, mind you. Paimon's just thinking. Could we try the method that Miss Sumida just mentioned? What did I say? I've already forgotten. We could give it a go. But you're the one who said not to give up. Paimon won't either. Anyway, didn't we agree to give a good meal at Kiminami? To go have a good meal at Kiminami restaurant once we finish this commission? I don't think I follow, exactly, but it's good to see that Paimon's so spirited. You're talking to the illustrious Paimon, after all. Oh, good grief. Well then, about this commission of ours. We'll continue plumbing the depths of Tsurumi Island's mysteries. Alright, in that case I look forward to your next report. How do you adventurers say it again? Alright. Ad Astra Abyssos, traveler. And that is going to do it for this part. I'm assuming there's more than that. I'm assuming there's more to Tsurumi Island than just that fog and that lightning storm. There doesn't seem to be anyone present. So yeah, it feels like there's a bit more left to go. And those freaking red towns, man. But anyway, that's gonna do it for this video. Whew. Lot of stuff going on in that one. But it was also pretty freaking epic. That's gonna do it for this one. If you liked it,
work-life balance, but I think this is pushing it.
why do you do this to me, Kuching? Anyways, if you liked it, click that like button down below. If you want to see more stuff in the future, click the subscribe button if you haven't done so already. If you would like to get notified for when a video goes live on my channel, be sure to click the bell icon. And last but not least, don't forget to share this video with a friend. Thank you all for watching, and as always, I will see you guys in the next one. Stay lovely, my friends. Good work, Outrider.